Shalom Meshka, and welcome to Hebrew Bible Secrets with your host, Rabbi Jeremy Beaton, Chief Rabbi. We are reading today from the book of Kepha Aleph, 1 Peter, cousin of Yahushua. The first letter of Kepha, Shimon, to the believing brethren. 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 1. 1. Kepha, an emissary of Yahushua, the Messiah, to the strangers scattered throughout Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia Minor, Turkey, and Bithynia, northwest Turkey. 2. Elect, according to the foreknowledge of Elohim, the Av, through the sanctification of the Ruach Spirit to obedience and sprinkling of the blood of Yahushua the Messiah, favor and shalom be multiplied to you. 3. Blessed be the Elohim and Av of our Master, Yahushua Messiah, which according to his abundant loving kindness has birthed us again to a lively expectation by the resurrection of Yahushua Messiah from the dead. 4. To an inheritance incorruptible and undefiled, and that fades not away, reserved in Shamayim heaven for you. 5. Who are kept by the power of Elohim through faith to rescue, ready to be revealed at the end of time. 6. In which you greatly rejoice, though now, for a season, if need be, you are in heaviness through manifold temptations. 7. Such trials show the proven character of your faith, being much more precious than gold that perishes, though it be tried with fire, might be found to praise and respect the glory at the appearing of Yahushua Messiah. 8. In having not seen, you love, in whom though now you see him not, yet believing, you rejoice with joy unspeakable and full of glory. 9. Obtaining the goal of your faith, even the rescue of your souls. 10. Of which rescue the prophets have sought and searched diligently, who prophesies of the favour that should come to ye. 11. Searching what or what manner of time the Ruach, Spirit of Messiah, which was in them, did signify, when it testified beforehand the suffering of Messiah and the glory that should follow. 12. To whom it was revealed that not to themselves, but to us, they did serve the things which are now reported to you by them that had preached the Torah to ye with the Ruach HaKadosh, set apart spirit, sent down from Shamayim, heaven, which things the Malakim, angels, desire to look into. 13. Therefore, gird up the loins of your mind, be sober, an expectation to the end for the favour that is to be brought to you at the revelation of Yahushua Messiah. 14. As obedient children, not fashioning yourselves according to the evil desires in your former ignorance. 15. But as he who has called you is set apart, so be ye set apart in all manner of conversation. 16. Because it is written, be you set apart, for I am set apart. 17. And if you call on the Av, who, without partiality of persons, judges according to every man's work, pass the time of your sojourning here in fear. 18. For as much as you know that you were not redeemed with corruptible things, such as silver and gold, nor from the futile way of life inherited from your fathers. 19. But with the precious blood of Messiah, as of a lamb without blemish and without spot. 20. Who verily was foreappointed before the foundation of the world, but was manifest in these last times for ye. 21. Who by him do believe in Elohim, that raised him up from the dead, and gave him glory, that your faith and expectation might be in Elohim. 22. Seeing you have cleansed your souls in obeying the truth, to unfeigned love of the brethren, see that you love one another with your heart fervently. 23. being born of above, not of corruptible seed, but of incorruptible, by the living word of Elohim, which remains forever. 24. For all flesh is as grass, and all the glory of it as the flower of grass. The grass withers, and the flower falls off. 25. But the word of Yahweh endures forever. And this is the word which by the Besorah is preached to ye. Okay, so that now brings us to the end of 1 Peter. So let's go back and have a look at some of the footnotes in chapter 1. So the first footnote we have is Kepha, an emissary of Yahushua the Messiah, to the strangers scattered throughout Pontus. So let's have a look at this first. So we have here northeastern Turkey. Okay, northeastern Turkey. Okay, we also have a continuation. Galatia, Cappadocia. Okay, let's have a look at this, Cappadocia. So we have here Turkey. So the next footnote we have is in verse 5. Who are kept by the power of Elohim through faith. So let's have a look at this. So every time the word faith is mentioned in the writings, it takes us back to the Shema Israel. Hear, O Israel, in Deuteronomy 6 and 4, and to Torah obedience. Okay, so let's go to Deuteronomy 6 and 4. So Deuteronomy 6 and 4, and it reads, Hear, O Israel, Yahweh our Supreme One. Yahweh is Akkad. Okay, so the Shema, our creed, Hear, O Israel, Shema Israel, Yahweh Eloheinu, Yahweh Akkad. Hear, O Israel, Yahweh our Supreme One, Yahweh is Akkad. Okay, so we have a footnote here. So the two Yahwehs in the same line shows us the juxtaposition of the Father. The two Yahwehs in the same line shows us the juxtaposition of the Father. Okay? So that was Deuteronomy 6 and 4. So let's go to the next footnote, which is in verse 8. Whom having not seen you love, in whom though now you see him not, yet believing. So let's have a look at this, yet believing. The true faith can only come through practice, trust, and we will only be expecting a Messiah who already came if there was a Torah. No Torah means we would never have been able to accept Yahushua as the Messiah. So once again, the word faith takes us back to the Torah in order to trust Yahweh, to remember all the covenants. Okay? So let's go to the next footnote, which is in verse 10. Of which rescue the prophets have sought and searched diligently, who prophesied of the favour that should come to ye. So let's have a look at this, come to ye. So we have here all believing Israel in the Messiah, as Kepha is speaking to the believing community of Israel, those who believe in the Hebrew scriptures. Okay, let me read that again. All believing Israel in the Messiah, as Kepha is speaking to the believing community of Israel, those who believe in the Hebrew scriptures. Okay, so let's go to the next footnote, which is in verse 16. Because it is written, be you set apart, for I am set apart. Okay, so let's have a look at this. So quoted by Peter from the Torah in Leviticus 19:2. So let's have a look at Leviticus 19:2. And he reads, speak to all the congregation of the children of Israel, and say to them, you shall be holy, for I, Yahweh, your power, am holy. Okay, let's read that again. Speak to the congregation of the children of Israel, and say to them, you shall be holy, for I, Yahweh, your power, am holy. Okay, so that's Leviticus 19:2. So let's go to the next footnote, which is in verse 18. For as much as you know that you were not redeemed with corruptible things, such as silver and gold, nor from your futile way of life inherited from your fathers. So let's have a look at this, inherited from your fathers. So this tradition was not the Torah of Moses, but a form of commandments made by the rabbis of the first century, who taught that according to the rabbinic works, people could attain salvation and freedom, while these only put them in bondage and slavery. Falsified ideas of rabbis. Okay, let's read that again. This tradition was not the Torah of Moses, but a form of commandments made by rabbis of the first century, who taught that according to the rabbinic works, people could attain salvation and freedom, while these only put them in bondage and slavery. Falsified ideas of rabbis. Okay, let's go to the next footnote, which is in verse 22. Seeing that you have cleansed your souls in obeying the truth. So let's have a look at this. Obeying the truth. Missing reading in manuscripts through the Ruach. The truth is idiomatic expression for obeying the Torah of Moses, which revealed the coming of King Messiah. And we must obey Torah still to set apart ourselves, which refines us daily. Okay, let me read that again. So missing reading in manuscripts through the Ruach. The truth is idiomatic expression for obeying the Torah of Moses, which revealed the coming of King Messiah. And we must obey Torah still to set apart ourselves, which refines us daily. Okay, so let's go to the next footnote, which is a continuation. To unfeigned love of the brethren, see that you love one another with your heart fervently. Okay, love one another with your heart. Let's have a look at this. So the manuscripts are missing the word pure. Okay, the manuscripts are missing the word pure. Okay, let's go to the next footnote, which is in verse 23. Being born of above, not of corruptible seed, but of incorruptible, by the living word of Elohim, which remains forever. Okay, by the living word, let's have a look at this. So the word is the idiomatic expression here for believing and doing Torah commandments. The word is also the idiomatic expression for the living Messiah, Yahushua. The seed from above will only flourish in hearts of flesh and not in hearts of stone. Okay, so let's go to the next footnote, which is in verse 24. For all flesh is as grass, and all the glory of it as the flower of grass. Okay, and all the glory of it. So let's have a look at this. So the word it and not man is present in early manuscripts. Okay, so the word it and not man is present in earlier manuscripts. Okay, so let's go to the next footnote, which is in verse 25. But the word of Yahweh endures forever, and this is the word which by the Besorah is preached to ye. Okay, so but the word of Yahweh, so let's have a look at this. So this is connected with Yahushua saying the Torah will never be done away in Matthew 5:18. The word of Yahweh is the Torah of Yahweh given through Moses and the rest of the books of the scriptures that have come to be known as the Tanakh. By Peter's time, the Bible of the Hebrew people as the New Covenant writings had not yet been completed and compiled as a book. Okay, let me read that again. So this is connected with Yahushua saying the Torah will never be done away in Matthew 5:18. The word of Yahweh is the Torah of Yahweh, given through Moses and the rest of the books of the scriptures that have come to be known as the Tanakh. By Peter's time, the Bible of the Hebrew people as the New Covenant writings had not yet been completed and compiled as a book. Okay, so that now brings us to the end of 1 Peter. So I thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you on the other side. This is Rabbi Jeremy Beaton, Chief Rabbi, saying thank you for watching and Shalom Shalom. Baruch Shem, Kivod, Malkuto, Leolam Va'ed. Benevolent be the name of his esteemed kingdom, forever and ever and ever.